Hey guys, going to a coffee shop because of being bombarded with radiation in my place. Hasn't stopped. This the number one weapon because every time I activate my special energy and I don't and yeah, and then the witches start screaming because they don't like it. They don't like my spiritual energy. I guess we're not made the same. These people all bunch of snakes. And you know, yeah. So that's what I'm dealing with: bombardment of radiation. All these wicked doers who are working for the enemy, working for Israel in Canada. You'll find them anywhere. The snakes are everywhere. They're running our government. But Canadians, they have unaware. They're so oblivious of what's going on. They would not know what's going on, even beat them in the ass. Excuse my French. They would not know anything. Totally clueless, or what, they have no idea what's going on. Anyhow, complete violation. Illegally. But anyhow, remember I was telling you about that guy who got into an accident next to a coffee shop downtown. Remember I was talking about that, and anyhow, I received this summit to go to the court, and because they're planning to charge him who's being charged. He says he's being charged by this, and anyhow, I was gonna go bat for him, and then I have a guess what is I have an appointment that day, the same day. Okay. Yeah, it's complete manipulation, and they're trying to get you to decide and whatnot, because the same day that the court hearing for this guy goes by the name Krishna, which is he's an Hindu, he's not really Muslim. It does not matter, it would not change anything. But part of me, I'm not really motivated, because how Indians treat Muslims in India, I have a problem with. So for me to go and bat for this guy, who's Hindu, obviously, who hate Muslims, he's not the one who hate Muslims, but hey, the whole entire religion, if you kill a cow in India, a bull, whatever. Because I watched this video one time where they beheaded this bull for a wedding for an Indian family who are Muslim, and you should have seen what this Indian did to the family. They made the father kiss the bull head and made him say that bull is my god. Total humiliation and stuff. So anyhow, that's all. And I saw the name and I was like, an Indo, he's not really Muslim. So I'm not really, I'm not that motivated to do this. And the second reason, I looked at my doctor appointment that I've been waiting for almost 3 months, and my doctor appointment is on April 1st, the same day as my court hearing. It's not my court hearing. It's this guy's hearing, because he's the one who was driving. I'm an eyewitness, you know. So anyhow, and guess what time? At 1:30 p.m. Exactly the same time I have to be on my doctor. You see, you see how the mind f they are. You know, they intentionally doing this to get you to choose. You know, I'm gonna see if I can call my doctor on Monday if I can get it moved sooner or a day later, or if he gave me a month later, I'm not gonna go to the court hearing. I'm just gonna call and I'll cancel it. But I am not gonna go in the same day that my doctor appointment, the same time. Literally, it's 1:30, and I have to be at the court house at 1:30. You see, they've been effing with me for ages. It's intentional. This is all intentional, all played. You know, this guy, a police officer, showed up my apartment to give me this paperwork saying me, you know, I have to go to court for a moving violation. You know, and yeah. So that was going on, guys. That was going on. These people are intentionally trying to, yeah. Anyhow, I'm not gonna really get bent out of shape about this, and I'm not gonna bother. If I cannot change my appointment for my doctor. I'm most certainly, I am not gonna go. You know, I'm not gonna wait another 3 months so I can just be batting for somebody who's Indo. It's not even man-made religion. You know, they hate Muslims. Yeah, that's how I feel, you know? And I'm part of me, I'm trying to talk myself out of this and saying, you know what, it's not about his religion. It has nothing to do with him. You know, part of me saying that. Other part, how Indians treat Muslims, Hindus, they treat Muslims like garbage because for eating beef or whatever, because they consider a cow sacred god. They think a cow is a god, you know? No. The cow that God's talking about, the cow that God talks about from, you know, the Holy Quran or Torah, whatever, it's a different cow. Not all cows are the same. That is a majestic cow. You know, it says the thuru nadirin. That meaning when this cow walks, you know, anywhere, and anybody who lay their eyes on this cow will be mesmerized by the beauty. It's very sacred. The energy that emanates from this cow, golden cow, you know. So these people, Indians, that are so stupid, they're worshiping all cows, but yet they have temples for worshiping mouse. They have mouse, rats temples where they feed the mice, and you know, they're like worshiping creation instead of the creator. You understand? You know, you're gonna worship creation when you should be worshiping the creator. So you worshiping a little rat, mouse, whatever. If you want, if you wanna worship anybody, God honor humanity. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you should, but I'm saying, and I'm just for the debate's sake. If you want to worship somebody, you would worship God, best creation. God honors humanity when He says to Iblis or, you know, Satan to, you know, to bow down to the, you know, to the creation, to God's best creation. If you want to worship anybody, they should be worshiping humans. That should not be worshiping no freaking mouse and cows and ashes and dust and yeah, and also they eat humans. These Hindu who use ashes and to, you know, call out their freaking demons. They have been many times charged for breaking into cemeteries, digging out dead people and eating them. You know? And also, they use the ash. You know, so you can tell they're all so demonic. And they're acting like a cow is sacred. You know what I'm saying? They're acting like holy. You know what I'm saying? They use anything of filth. Everything of filth they use, and they pretend to be holy. You know, give me a break, people. It's like they defies the logic. It's stupid and uneducated, you know? Similar to the people who are attacking me. Clearly uneducated people, you know, who lived in this building. I bet none of them who finished high school, you know? Who just do what they're told without any question asked. You know? Attacking me with radiation all night long. You know? And yeah. But hey, the enemy's been very honest with me, telling me stuff. They told me the building I live in is like owned or run by the Masons. You know? Why are you becoming like forthcoming all of a sudden? Trying to tell me stuff. All of a sudden everybody wanna tell me something. They wanna be honest with me, you know? It's not gonna change anything, guys. You know, it's not gonna change. I'm not gonna forgive anybody. So don't come out, you know, and trying to be honest with me or whatnot. It doesn't mean anything. It means nothing. Don't be honest, okay? Whatever. Who cares?